Today we are at the Wet n Wild theme park here on the Gold Coast. It's a water park, and I can't take the GoPro in unfortunately because I don't think it'd survive the slides very well. But we're going to go spend the day here, and then we're off to a little town called Advancetown for our overnight stay. So we'll get back to you in a little bit. We've had a really good day here at Wet n Wild. We just finished up now. We've been on everything several times, seen all the things there are to see. And the ride in front of me was definitely the scariest because there's a pretty much near vertical drop straight out the bottom of it, and they stick you in a tube and a trap door opens below you and you just fall down. But it was good fun, and everything here has been really good. And now we're going to leave here and we're going to head to the campsite for tonight. Today we are at Springbrook National Park, and we've gone to some caves down in a valley. And we're just having a wander around this very pretty valley. See this river here. And we're just going to go walk up these stairs here into the cave itself. And I think there's another view into the waterfall up here. And there we go. So that waterfall is inside the cave, and that's where we're going to be going to now. And here we are down in the cave itself. We're just up from the waterfall now, and this is a view of the river upstream, and if I swing round, this is the view downstream towards the cave and where the river flows into it. We're now just going to wander around a little bit more and we'll be able to have a view of the waterfall going into the cave. And here we have the view of the water flowing into the cave. And if I pan up, you can see the river behind it. And if I pan round, you can see the roof of the cave and the river below it. We are here at Byron Bay. It took us about an hour and a half to get here from the natural cave this morning. And with this afternoon, we've had a surf lesson. Now, we didn't take GoPro along because we thought we might lose it, but we're going to go on another one tomorrow. We think we'll bring you along then. But we're just looking out over the bay, which is very close to our campsite, and it is really, really pretty. It's very empty at the moment. There's hardly anyone around. This bit of beach here is the busiest bit, and that's right near the town centre. And if you go down the beach a little bit, there's absolutely nobody here. So really, really nice. And tomorrow we'll get back to this when we do some surfing. We've just walked along a little bit of ground which separates the beaches here at Byron Bay, just this little bit of ground here. It's not very big at all. But this beach we're looking at here is where we were surfing this afternoon and where we'll be going back to tomorrow. Now, we weren't surfing on this little bit, we were surfing over at the point on the left hand side. And yeah, tomorrow we'll get back to you and show you some more. We're here at a very windy beach just round from our campsite here on Byron Bay, and we're going to be surfing the waves in front of us. It's not quite as good as yesterday, but wind is a lot higher, so the waves are a bit choppier. But Juliet and I are going to give it our best go, and we'll see whether or not we can manage to stand up at some point. So that's the view out to where we'll be surfing, and then if I spin round, just so you can look across the bay, and that direction is the town of Byron itself and where we're staying at our campsite. So we're now out here on the waves and we're getting buffed around like mad. It's very, very windy, and we're going to see what we can do. Probably not very much, to be honest. It's a lot more difficult than yesterday. I managed to get out of the water briefly after doing a bit more standing up. It's not so bad standing up, but the waves are so choppy. It's a bit hard to get out to a good place to start surfing. That's the main issue. But I mean, for the time being, I've given up because it's a little bit too much. But we've got somewhere. Juliet's managed to get up a bit more than I have, and she's done okay. So yeah, Byron Bay is worth going to, but it's not quite as consistent with the quality of the waves as it's made out to be. Today is much worse than yesterday was. After our long day of surfing, we're now just cooking up some dinner on this little barbecue here. Australia is really good for providing free barbecues at very picturesque places. And the view we have today is out across Byron Bay itself, just across from our campsite here. So we'll be sitting down to have some dinner here in a little bit. But the most interesting thing of all is, of course, the view out across the bay. Now, as I'm sure will be obvious to you guys, it is still very windy here, and it's making the sea look very choppy, but it's still been a really good day. We're just taking one last look at the beach here at Byron Bay. It's much calmer today, to such an extent there's not even that many big waves. But we're now going to be doing a big day of driving. That's somewhere called Port Macquarie, which is about 500 kilometres south of where we are now. Not much else is going to be happening today, but tomorrow we might be doing a few more interesting things. After a long drive south, we're now having lunch at the Solitary Island Marine Park, specifically Diggers Beach, and it's another very pretty beach. Absolutely gorgeous. And if you're interested, the little beach over there in the corner is a nudist beach, where apparently it is overrun by old men. We're now going to go have some lunch and then head a bit further south. After another fairly long day's drive, we're here at Anna's Bay, near somewhere called Port Stephens. And the reason we're here is, tomorrow we're going to go sand surfing. And as you can see here, there are some sand dunes here, but this area is famous for having sort of the largest sand dunes in the southern hemisphere, and they're all over there. I'll be going there tomorrow. Today we are doing some sandboarding here on the beach, but the first bit of the day involves driving to the sand dunes, and to do that we're going along the beach itself, past the sea, and it's really pretty. So once we got to the sand dunes here in Anna's Bay, we'll get back to you with our sand duning antics. Well, I think we are getting there quite quickly. So we are now here at the dunes. So we're at Anna Bay, but we are on the Stockton Beach dunes. And you can see the forest behind the dunes in front of me. And if I swing round, you can see the largest moving dunes in the southern hemisphere. And you can see the sea in front of us. And it's really pretty big here. Down there is our sandboarding arena. But the first challenge is going to be going down this big slope and trying not to fall off when we're standing up. Oh, it's very quick and scary. And there we go. That was a bit scary. But now Juliet's going to come down. And here she comes.
And this is George, and let's see how he does.
now we are going to try and go down this hill again. I will see whether or not I fall off when I try to hold up a GoPro. Whoa! Whoa! Scary. And here we have Juliet going down the slope. Very nice.
That is definitely my limit.
Didn't really work. And here we have another go down this very large hill, but this time I just did a little spin around so you can see the landscape around me. And it is really, really pretty here. And now we're going to be going down. Here we go, here we go. And I fell off. And here we have yet more going down the big old hill. So here we go. Always slow to start off with. Nice. We're now apparently at the steepest part of the dune. Juliet's there at the bottom waiting for me to run into her. Pull you back. We'll have a see if I can get down this thing in one go. Styled it.
Not a bad effort.
So we've now finished our sandboarding and we went with the company over there. It says sandboarding on their hoarding, who are the Sand Safari people. They're the best of the 3 people who do them. And now we've just got some camels here, which is an interesting thing to see here on the beach. And now we're going to be heading to Sydney, which is about 3 hours drive south, after we've had some lunch by the sea.